Hey! Okay, this is gonna be a follow-up to my easy, no technique routine. I went back through my videos and realized that while I did use some of the same method, I didn't use the same exact products. I do use them in my everyday wash days, but I have not made a video with the same exact products that I did for my easy routine. So I wanted to make a video so I could see the difference in styling and results while using the same exact products. So I'm going to be using the Less system. I'm almost out. The Less system. I'm going to be using the shampoo and conditioner for a wash, and then the all-in-one. And I use the curly. Again, there's curly, kinky, and wavy. I use the curly, as well as Camille Rose Curl Maker, and the orange marmalade, flaxseed and aloe. I'm gonna be using these two. So I'm gonna wash my hair in the sink, and honestly, that's how I do it most days. So I'm gonna wash it in the sink, and then when I get back on, I will show you the styling, the method. I don't know if there's like an actual name or anything, but I've just kind of picked here and there from other curly girls that I've seen and kind of come up with a routine of my own. So I'm gonna do the roping method, putting the products in, and the pulsating scrunch. So roping and pulsing, and then I'm gonna be diffusing. So I'm gonna get to washing my hair, and then I'll be right back on to do the styling. Okay, I just finished washing, did the shampoo and conditioner, and as you can see already, the clumps are bigger than when I do the easy method. I do it just a little bit differently when I am going to make sure I do clumping. When I rinse out, I don't do anything special for shampoo or really even applying the conditioner, but when I rinse it out, I make sure that I just let the water fall on it and I don't like run my hands through it, and I just do a quick scrunch and then let it be where it may. You can already see how a lot of these clumps that are forming are thicker. I don't take a shirt to it with my easy method. I just get in there and I get most of this water out. I don't do that, and so I have a towel under me because I am dripping wet. Okay, so now for applying products. Oh, another thing I do for the sides, because when you wash your hair upside down, kind of the back just like sticks here. So what I do, I'll kind of put my head like this and let the water just run down this side of my head so that the hair moves here, and then I scrunch it up, and then I'll do the same on this side. I don't touch it, I don't move it, I let the water run, and the water moves my hair. And then so that there's clumps back here as well. Now, for product for the roping, the Less all-in-one first. I'll just take a couple pumps of this, and I'm gonna section my hair off. I'm gonna do about 2 in the back, 2 on the side, and probably 4 in the front. But what I do, I just take a section. This is the roping part. I just put the product in and rope it off like you would a rope, and just squeeze it down and then pulse. And then I'll do the same for a section here. Try not to disturb these clumps. I just get a lot of those clumps together, rope the product down, scrunch it in. And then I'll do another one here, just where a natural part of the clumps are. I'll just move it, scrunch it down, and then pulse it up. And I'll do this one. Kind of running out of product here, so I'm gonna do a little more. Another pump here. Make sure it's in my hands right, and then I'll rope it down, pulse it up. A section here, making sure I don't disrupt clumps. Pulse it, or rope it, and then pulse it. I also end up using a little more product doing it this way, because for the easy routine, I just put like a couple pumps in and rub it all in, and I don't put any more in. And for this, I kind of have to reapply product on my hands because I get it all in with the roping. So, and then I will just go through and pulse it all. Kind of move the clumps together as one. I'm not getting in there and moving anything. I'm kind of just letting gravity do its job and carefully moving my hair to each side as I pulse all the product in. So that is the roping and pulsing, and I'm gonna do the same exact thing for the Camille Rose and for the orange marmalade. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up so it doesn't take 10 years. Okay, all of the product is in, and as you can see, there is a definite difference in the clumps when I do it this way, and I'll try to add in a snapshot of the easy routine, how it looks after I put in the products, so you can see the difference.
So the clumps are definitely bigger on the right.
With the easy routine, what I did, I went in, I washed it, and then I pretty much got a ton of the moisture out and then just put products in with no rhyme or reason. I just made sure it was all in my hair. I scrunched it all in and made sure it was all in there. Now, when I want clumps, I need all that water in there so that the clumps stay intact. But now that all the product is in, I'll come in with a little scarf. It's a satin scarf. And I'll just get some of this moisture out. And I'm not squeezing too hard, so I'm not taking out product, but I'm just coming in and getting some of this moisture out. And really, I only do this because I don't want to take 10 years to diffuse my hair. So that's really the only reason I'm even doing this. So I'm just gonna come in, get some of this moisture out. As I am moving my hair, I want to move my head back and forth because I don't want the clumps to like stick to my head on one side. So I want to make sure that I am moving my head back and forth, but I also want to make sure that I'm not doing it so much that it's disrupting the clumps. Because I wash my hair upside down, I put the products in upside down, I want to make sure that when I stand upright, that I scrunch it. I'll kind of pulse it with the scarf, and this scarf is super wet because I got some of the moisture out already with it. So it's super wet. So I come in with my scarf that I use to get some of that moisture out, and I'll scrunch it when it's in the place that it's going to be when I dry it. If I keep it upside down and I don't do this, some of the curls can come out a little wonky, but I want to make sure that while I'm standing up, since I don't walk around upside down, that the curls can know where they're supposed to be, okay? So now that is the product application, and now I'm gonna come in and do really the same exact thing as I did with the easy routine and just diffuse it. I'm gonna go give the baby a bottle, and then I'm gonna come diffuse my hair. Okay, one thing I want to mention about diffusing, when I am trying to get clumps and I'm using the Dyson, I will, and I think all blow dryers have this, but I'll just shoot, this is the cold shot. And so I'll put it in place and I will pulse the cold shot, because the Dyson gets, even on the lowest setting, it gets hotter than I like for my hair. So when I don't care if I have clumps or not, I can just go up and down and don't leave it there for too long, but I'm constantly disrupting my hair. When I don't want clumps, that doesn't matter, but when I do, it does. So I can leave it there for a little bit longer and just pulse the cold shot, and it will help with the clumps because I'm not disrupting it as much. Now, when I use the Black Orchid with any blow dryer, so really it doesn't matter what diffuser you use, with any blow dryer, if the cold or cool setting, even the medium setting on this, the medium setting on this is still colder than the cold or the lowest setting on this. Not the no heat one, but the lowest one on this is still hotter than the medium one on this. So with this, I can just, you know, it doesn't matter because I can keep it here for a while and my hair is not going to get too hot because even the medium setting is cooler. Okay. So if you're using a blow dryer, doesn't matter what diffuser you use, which PS, this is my favorite. Doesn't matter what blow dryer you use. If it's cool enough, go ahead. If you want clumps, you don't want to get in there too much. So just hold it there. Maybe 30 seconds. Wait a while, maybe 15 if you're impatient. The point is, and then move to the next section. The point is you don't want to disrupt it too much. Now, the reason I'm using the Dyson is because it does dry faster. So I like fast more than I like clumps. So I am still using this even though I want clumps, which if I have more time and I want clumps, I'll make sure to use the my other blow dryer with the Black Orchid diffuser. And I'm working now on trying to get, because this is magnetic, so I'm trying to get the magnetic strip on my Black Orchid. That's on my to-do list next. But so with this one, because it is hotter, like I said, how I generally deal with that is I just don't leave it there for that long, but because I want clumps, I don't want to. So cool shot, and just shoot it with some cold. And I'll just like pulse it, not a lot, just maybe 3 seconds on, 3 seconds off, 3 seconds on, 3 seconds off, something like that. So when you're diffusing, if you're trying to get clumps, try to be a little more careful and not as disruptive for the curls. So I'm gonna get back to diffusing. One quick thing before I finish diffusing. When I do the roping pulsing method, using these products, I don't get much of a cast, but it is just a little crunchy, we'll say, okay? So it's not like a hard cast, but there's just a little bit of crunch in there. I like to get in here when it's almost dry with the scarf again, and I don't do it too hard. But I like to just get in here before it's fully dry and just kind of scrunch out that crunch a little bit. And like I said, it's not a full-on cast, just kind of like a hard shell. I don't know. It's a very light cast. But I like to get in, like I said, before it's all dry because, and this could totally be all in my head, but I feel like it dries faster if I get that outer layer off and then continue diffusing. I feel like it dries faster. Where if I were to just keep diffusing, I still feel some of it on here. If I just keep diffusing and wait until it's fully dry, it just takes longer. And maybe it's just my hair, maybe it's all in my head, like I said, I don't know, but okay. And then I'll just continue diffusing until it's fully dry. Let me go around and make sure all that, yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna keep diffusing until so it's nearly dry. And as you can see, the curls are a little more defined. Flip it over this way. There's just bigger clumps. And this is what I mean when I say, when I do it this way, it's harder to style because it doesn't really fall one way or the other very well. I like a little more volume than what I get with clumping and with doing the roping and pulsing method. So what I'll do is I'll just flip my head under, and from behind, I'll just kind of give it a little massage. I'm not pushing too hard. I'm not even like moving my fingers too much. I might come under this way. What this does too, if there is any product that is like kind of stuck on the roots or like towards your head, this kind of breaks up that product. Especially if you're using gel. Ooh, I like that. Can't I just keep them like that? I hate that. Like the curls look so pretty when you're like in a really weird position and you go in a normal position. I guess they don't look too bad. But anyway, I'll just come in here. Kind of just give it a little oomph. I'm not putting my hands through. I'm putting it just right at the scalp and just moving it a little bit. Now on the back, I'm kind of doing more of like this thing because it's not right up here, so it can stand to have a little more pressure put on it. And then, let's see. Okay, so gives it more volume, but still has the clumps. So that's just one way I like to give myself a little more volume. I have this claw thing that has like balls at the end of each of them, but my hair kind of gets stuck in it. So I don't like using it a lot, but that's good too. It's kind of like a pick almost, but it's got like little balls at the end. Anyway, a pick would be good to use too, to pick it out. But if you like the curls you get this way, but want a little more volume, that's just one way. And I didn't have any product on my hands or anything. Sometimes if I get too much product, I have a lot of it, but it's fine. So it can like weigh my hair down and make it look greasy. So I don't like putting a lot of product in it. So I don't have anything on my hands. I just go in there and fluff it up a bit. So that is all. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. This was the roping and pulsing method. I will do a quick before and after of my easy no technique and today's wash as well. In the video for the easy routine, I did do a before and after with the same products. I just hadn't done a video, so I'll throw one in here as well. So again, thank you for watching. Have a great day.